All right, part 8, start the monkey cage area 4 inches up from the bottom right hand corner and 1 inch from the right hand side. So the monkey cage, we're going to start in the bottom right hand corner. We're going to go up 4 inches. Okay, so 4 inches. We're going to measure up from that corner 4 inches. All right, and 1 inch from the right hand side. So I'm just going to put a little mark because that's going to be the corner of the monkey cage area. So 4 inches up and 1 inch from the right. And the monkey cage is going to measure 1 1/4 inches tall. So from my little corner, I'm going to measure 1 1/4 inches, or 5 boxes, and 1 1/2 inches wide, or 6 boxes. And I have my monkey cage. So from the bottom right hand corner, I'm measuring up 2 3/4 inches. So right there, 2 3/4 inches. And 1/2 inch in from the right side. So 1/2 inch is 2 boxes. And I'm just going to put a little mark right there. Okay, because this is 2 3/4 inches and then 1/2 inch over. And that's going to be the corner of my birdhouse. And it's going to measure 1 inch tall. So that's 4 boxes, 1 inch tall, and 2 inches wide. So that's 8 boxes wide. And that is the birdhouse. Step 10 is the souvenir shop. It's 4 inches up and 6 3/4 inches to the left of the lower right hand corner. So I'm just going to go to the bottom of my paper and I'm going to measure 4 inches up. So the right there on the perimeter. Okay, right on the perimeter, I've got 4 inches. I'm just going to put a little dot. Okay, so that's 4 inches up. And it's 6 3/4 inches to the left of the lower right-hand corner. So it's 6 3/4 inches, which is going to be right here. So here's my 6, and there's my 6 1/2, and there's the 3/4. So I need this to line up with my dot, which is perfect. Okay, so this should line up right with the bottom of the birdhouse. Okay, and this is where this is going to be one corner of the souvenir shop. So it's 6 3/4 inches from the right and 4 inches up. And the souvenir shop is 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to use that corner, and 1/2 inch is 2 boxes. And it's 2 boxes up. I'm just going to complete my square. And that is my souvenir shop. Okay, so for step 11, add at least 2 additional animal cages. So you have all this open space here to put in 2 more animal cages. Add walkways to connect your animal cages and trees. And then you're going to find the perimeter and the area of the zoo and each individual animal cage. And then be artistic and creative and colorful and finish out your project. Okay, for step 12, you're going to find the perimeter and area of the zoo in each individual animal cage. And I've created you a table to write this in, and I've given you the dimensions. So the zoo is 7 by 9 inches, and you're going to tell me the perimeter and the area. Perimeter is measured in inches, and it's when you add up the 4 sides. Area is measured in inches squared, and it's when you multiply the length times the width. All right, the restrooms are 2 by 1.5 inches. So that means I have 2 sides that measure 2 and 2 sides that measure 1.5. There's not really room this way, so I'm just going to turn my paper this way. So I have 2 sides that are 2, so that means I'm going to need to add 2 plus 2. And I have 2 sides that are 1.5 because each of these shapes is either a square or a rectangle, so it has 4 sides. So I just need to add this together. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1 whole, okay? So that makes 1 whole. So I'm just going to add that up there. So I have 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Okay, so my restrooms are going to measure, the perimeter is 7 inches. All right, for the area, I'm going to multiply the length times the width. So this is 2 times 1.5. Okay, so when I multiply fractions, I just make both of them improper fractions if I need to. So this will be 2 over 1. And to change this mixed number to an improper fraction, I put a 2 on the bottom. And then I'm going to multiply 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. All right, and then I just multiply across. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 simplifies to be 3 inches, and this is squared because this is area. And if you want to show your work somewhere else, that's fine because there's really not that much room here. So go ahead and fill in the perimeter and area for each of these. Okay, so number 11, add at least 2 additional animal cages, add walkways and trees. So get creative with it. All right, number 13, be creative, neat, artistic, and colorful. So use the examples that I'm showing you to get some ideas of how to be creative.